What's up, guys? Sergeant Bahi here. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I got a special guest, one of my officers. You might have seen him comment on my videos. You might have seen his videos. But in case you haven't noticed, one of my officers goes by the name Officer Singh. And today's video, I want to introduce him and kind of just do like a gear layout. Just what he looks like on a daily basis when he's doing his graveyard shift, and basically all the tools that he uses. And if you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and comment down below, and either he can answer you back through my page, or you guys can link onto his page and he can do his thing from there. But today's guest, I got Officer Singh. Officer Singh, can you come on in, please? Come on in, sir. All right, guys. Officer Singh here.
This is Officer Singh. This is Officer Bahi, my sergeant now.
That was a good save. Good save, actually. I'm not gonna blame him though, because this is still new. But good save. It's all good. Anyways, so basically today's video, you guys have already seen my gear, my layout. Basically, what we're gonna do is go over Officer Singh's whole gear layout and basically what he does on his graveyard shift. So I'm gonna go ahead and let him take the spot. Go ahead and introduce yourself and let everybody know what you do.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Officer Singh. I've been doing unarmed security with Officer Bahi. That's my new sergeant. And he's the one that made me want to do armed security in the first place. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be doing it. I'll still be at a lame unarmed site. Now I'm doing something productive and helping the community out. I feel good about myself. So yeah, that's the short story about me and George, Officer Bahi. And we're gonna go over my layout. So I have a Safe Light vest. It's a level 3A. So it's not stab proof, but it's a nice layout.
Which is 3A is what? Up to a 44 Magnum, correct?
I believe so, right?
Right. So it's still got, every handgun out there. Basically up to a rifle. It'll stop everything up to a rifle.
Yeah.
So he's got this ID patch in the front, which is black on yellow, which displays security, armed enforcement, and pretty much the same thing is on his back. On the back side, he's got a little bit of bigger pouch, bigger ID display. But it's basically the same thing. It says security, armed enforcement, front and back, displaying the ID for what he does.
Personally, George, show your patch. Show your back patch. Some people, they prefer this, but just my preference is I want to stand out as an armed guard. So it is a preference, you can go with either one, but
it all depends on what you feel comfortable with, basically. So there's trial and error. You can try both things, see what you feel comfortable in. I feel comfortable in what I have on, and he feels comfortable in what he has on. So basically what we're going to do now is start going over your gear layout. So just start introducing what you got on the vest itself before you start talking about the duty belt, and then just go from there.
Okay. So the one thing I like about this vest, it has a lot of MOLLE. If you guys don't know what MOLLE is, it's like the Velcro things around your vest, so you can put attachments. From the back, I can attach a radio if I desire. And I have like a lot of things on my vest because I like to keep my belt light. Because if I'm on a pursuit, I want to be able to, keep up. So I keep my taser on my vest, because I feel like it's accessible and less weight on my belt.
Another preference thing, whatever you feel comfortable doing. So he has his on his vest. Just for example, I have mine right here on my duty belt that I can reach. But whatever you feel comfortable doing. So go ahead and continue.
And I have actually with my holster, this is a Black Hawk, right? Black Hawk, right?
Yeah, it's a Black Hawk level 2.
And I put an attachment on it for extra cartridge. So like, if I wanted to, instead of
So it's basically another attachment to have an extra cartridge on himself.
So if I wanted to, I can just go like this and just boom, clips on. easy peasy, just like that, instead of pulling it out and then sticking it in.
So that actually gives you the advantage, though. I don't have that. I do have that piece. I just don't have it attached to my holster at the time. But the cool thing with that is it gives you the advantage to actually have up to 3 cartridges on you at once. And that is if you're carrying the tactical battery. So you got the one that's already on there, and then you got the tactical reload on the battery itself. And then if you have that device that he's talking about, you have an extra cartridge in there. So you don't have to worry about if you're going for your tactical reload and you miss with that one. He was showing you how you can just easily snap in the third cartridge and then go from there. So not only is it safer for him, but it's also faster for him to do a quick reload and get back to doing whatever he's got to do to handle the situation.
Instead of pressing the release button on the battery and then slapping it on, that takes time. Okay, so, and I keep a flashlight with a holster in my vest, so like, you know, to keep my belt.
You need that, especially if you're working grave.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's a pretty good one. It's an LED one. I found it on Amazon. And then I keep a trauma kit. No, it's not trauma kit. Tourniquet. Yeah, my bad. I used to have a whole bag with this, but I misplaced it. So now I just keep it on my vest, and it has a holster as well. So you guys don't have
very important. You gotta make sure every arm guard that you work with, even if it's not for your company, man, just give them the advice. Get a tourniquet. We make holes. We also gotta fix holes. So
because, like, if something happens to me and I leave mine at the house, how are you gonna save me by not being prepared? So I think we should all have one. And if you don't want to carry it, that's all right. But at least keep it in your car or somewhere close by where
at least
it's
have
accessible.
access
to it. Yeah.
And another thing is body camera.
Yeah, body camera. Yeah.
Most important. I cannot stress enough. Have a tourniquet. Have a body camera. Very important. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna move to the duty belt and kind of just go over what he has on his duty belt all the way up to the duty pistol of his choice. So let's go from there.
Okay, so I keep my handcuffs close reach because I don't want to keep it at the back. I'd rather keep it up front so I could easily grab it if I needed to.
Smart.
And then the second thing, on my right side of my belt, I keep pepper spray. This is Sabre Red, and it's actually the gel one. So if you spray it, it will go straight. And like, if you want to use a taser, I guess they won't catch on fire as well too, according to the other one, right?
And that's exactly the same one that I carry as well. It's Sabre Red Crossfire Gel. And the crossfire means you can hold the can any position. You can hold it upside down. You can hold it sideways, any position, and it's still going to spray up to that 18 feet shot. With the other cans, like mace, for example, or something different, if you were to hold it upside down or sideways, you're actually going to let out all the aerosol before the chemical inside is actually deployed. So that's another cool thing about this with the crossfire. But one thing that he was talking about is most cops have a problem with that. Is a lot of them like to carry, like, for example, what is it, the Fox, right?
Yeah.
So they carry stuff like that. But if you were to pepper spray somebody and then forget that you pepper sprayed them and then you reach for your taser, which perfect thing that he brought up, you can actually catch the person on fire. So that's one thing that it says right here, if you zoom in on that, is that it's compatible with electronic devices such as the taser. So that's why we carry this type of pepper spray.
As security guards, you know, like, we want to help people, but sometimes we have to use the necessary tools to help people. And even if there's a bad guy, I wouldn't want to get him a second, third degree burn. You know what I mean? That goes on for life. You know, you get burned, that's scars, you know?
Yeah, so that's crazy. I mean, just because something happened at that moment doesn't mean he has to live the rest of his or her life, you know, going with what happened at that time.
And that's a lawsuit, you know what I mean? California is known for lawsuits, you know, so
I understand. I don't mean to interrupt, but I understand there's a lot of cheaper ways, like cheaper pepper spray out there that you can go with. There's also gel for a lot cheaper, but be smart, guys. If you're going to do what we're doing, get this type of pepper spray. Do your search, go and get it. Even if it costs a little bit more than what you normally go and buy, trust us, it's worth it. And there's a reason why. It's because of what we just said. So moving on, We'll go on this side.
Okay, so on my left side, I have a triple magazine Safariland magazine pouch. So that makes me able to carry 4 magazines instead of just 1 or 3 with the double magazine pouch. I actually had a double magazine pouch at first, but I was like, you know what? I need 3. You know, it doesn't hurt to carry more ammo and more magazines because you never know. Gotta be prepared, right?
Exactly. And another thing too, guys, is what people don't realize. If you were to take, I know we don't got that good of lighting around here. Maybe you can help me out with your flashlight here. If you were to take 2 magazines, just regular magazines, standard Glock magazines, and if you were to turn them sideways, that right there is a double mag pouch, right? And when you put a double mag pouch on your belt, it's actually in the same exact length as wearing a triple mag pouch because they're outwards. The bullets are facing out. When you wear a double, they're sideways. So sideways, you're still holding up the same exact room, the same real estate on your belt as you would as a double mag pouch. But this way, bullets out orientated, you can hold up to 3 instead of having 2, which makes it better for us because now we have more ammo and we don't have to worry about it. So
It'll be safe than sorry.
exactly.
Okay. And then on the back part, the middle part, I have a gloves pouch because as doing security, you always want to wear gloves because you never know what you might touch.
Exactly.
And yeah, so you don't want to catch anything, you know, especially during COVID, you want to stay
Right.
sanitary. And then this is my duty pistol. It's a Glock 45. So basically it's a Gen 5. It's a crossover with a 19 slide and a 17 handle. So basically the hand part is the size of 17, but the slide is the size of a 19. So it's a crossover.
So that was basically, you said that you used that for the special event that you worked on just that day. Normally what he carries is the same exact pistol as me, which is the Glock 19 Gen 3, and that's his
Duty
everyday carry duty pistol. So it's the same one as mine. But for now, he's working a special event, which requires him to have something like that.
Okay. And then I have the same type of holsters as the Safariland level 3, right?
Yeah.
It's a level 3, so it has the button release. So if you wanted to, you can't just grab my pistol if I'm getting jumped or something like that, because a lot of people don't know about the button. That's why you don't want to carry. That's another thing. You don't want to carry a level 2 holster with a button release right here, because it's quite obvious. You know, you can just press the button, grab the gun, and they can do as they desire. So let's be safe, guys.
Another thing too, since he's facing this way, it's perfect. Come here. As he was talking about when it comes to that level 2 holster, turn straight. Straight. Now if you look, this is a level 2, but for the taser, that's perfectly fine. What he was talking about when it comes to the firearm and wearing that holster is actually this right here, this mechanism. Because you can get debris stuck underneath that, and if something as small as a little pebble gets stuck underneath that, you're not pushing that button. That button's not going nowhere, and the pistol inside is not going nowhere.
You gotta cut it open.
I know this is a taser, but I'm just using this as an example because it's the same type of pistol holster that he was talking about.
But with this one, I just want to use the button, not the button, the push release. That's the best way to go, guys.
Which is a lot safer.
I'm going to let Officer Bahi take over now, Sergeant.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Again, it's something new, so I'm going to let you slip on that one. It's all right. But, so guys, that's about it for now. You know, that was one of my officers, Officer Singh, and he's going to make a lot more videos in the future of like body cam videos of him doing things, basically showing what he does on his sites, what he does during duty. So make sure you stop by and you show him some love. Like I said, if you guys got any questions for myself or Officer Singh, leave them down below. And you know exactly what to do. Like, share, subscribe, share with your friends. But everyone out there, watch your 6 and be safe, all right? Officer Bahi, a.k.a. the Sergeant, I'm out.